this is my video I promised about my first real relationship with a woman. I will be the first one to admit she was older than me. She's 28 to be exact. Which is like, yeah, that's old compared to me, because I'm 18, I'll be 19. Yeah. Um, but we connected pretty well for the most part. Um, she, speaking of stereotypes, would be considered a stud. Um, Short hair and more tomboyish type thing. She just really, really tomboyish. Um, but she was really attractive, and even though she didn't have much confidence about herself and stuff, like she had a kind of heart, and I think that's why we end up getting along so well. That's why we end up having my longest relationship to date, 5 months. Woo! Um, and the reason why I ended that was for different reasons that I'll explain in a little bit, but I want to explain, pretty much, uh, everything we went through. She didn't live where I lived. She lived far away, so it was a long distance relationship. We would talk on Facebook, and we would talk on the phone. We'd have like hours, beyond hours of phone conversations, and we would text each other all the time. And during that time and stuff, I was actually in the beginning of my senior year of high school, and I almost failed the first semester because I would stay up till like 5 o'clock, well, 3, 4, yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning just to talk to her, and that's when I would end up getting offline or whatever to talk to her and stuff. So we had a pretty good relationship, but she kind of like, I'm generally a happy person, and she's really depressed all the time, and she just had like a negative outlook on life, like I'm this, I'm that, the world hates me type attitude, and it was just really bumming me out, and it stressed me out, and it was like she was like a chore. It was more like I was her babysitter and her parent than her girlfriend, and I didn't want to have to do that. And it was my first relationship too, so I was like, it was really overwhelming for me, especially because I was all new to this and everything, and I was just, I mean, her being depressed was part of it. The other part of it was her being negative all the time, and the fact that she would say how, um, she did put me, she never put me down though. She was really positive when it came to me. Like, she was always like, "You're so beautiful, you're so perfect." But she would say things like, "You're too good for me," or "I don't deserve you," or "You're gonna realize I'm a loser and you're gonna leave me." She would say that all the time, and it just irritated me. It's like, are you trying to push me away? Do you want me to leave? Because that's all you're accomplishing here. It's really annoying, and I got tired of telling her I wasn't going anywhere. And got tired to the point where, like, would you settle down with me and stuff? It's like, we've only been dating for like 5 months at the time, and I was like, you act like we've been dating for 2 years. 5 months! 5 months! There was still stuff I didn't know about her. And there was stuff that I learned about her after we broke up from other people. So, yeah. I don't really regret breaking up with you. Um, I don't regret it at all, actually. Yeah. At the time, it was new, it was exciting. Um, Long distance relationships do suck. I would never do that again. Next relationship I have will be somebody who lives near me so I can see them and we don't have to do long distance, because long distance relationships, most of the time, like, there's some of you where you guys have made it, but it's really tough. And I know that I don't personally like long distance relationships. I just had a really bad experience with one, so I don't really want to do that again. There's this girl actually right now that I really like. She comes in and sees me every week at Taco Bell and stuff. I really like her. So, I don't know. Whatever happens with that happens. I don't know. Whatever. But this kind of like my beginning video of my ex. There's just nothing more really to say about her. She was just depressing. She ruined this one song for me, though. This one song reminds me of her. I remember her telling me she wanted me to listen to it. She posted it on my Facebook page. It was called, I think Light On, or If You Leave a Light On For Me by Duran Duran, which is a popular group, yes. But because it reminds me of her and that one song that we shared or whatever, I think it's annoying, and, well, it reminds me of her. That's the only reason why I don't like it, because I realized, like, that was a really bad decision of me to make, and I did learn a lot from that relationship, like, what not to do and what I don't want in a relationship. And I don't want somebody, like, who's going to be negative and passive-aggressive and try to control me. Like, she was trying to be my mother, and I didn't need that. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't even listen to my mother. Do you think I'm really going to listen to you? That's not going to happen. Like, I don't care if you're, like, I mean, I think it's cute if you're protective over me a little bit. Like, you don't want somebody hurting me or anything like that. If you want to be lovey-dovey with me, like, I don't care about that. But when you start trying to tell me what to do that I can and can't do, that's where I draw the line, because I'm going to do what I want to do, because that's just how I am as a person. And it's like, you're not my mother. You're supposed to be my girlfriend. You're my girlfriend, not my mother. And that's kind of what we had issues with, and that's why in the beginning of February I broke up with her. I broke up with her because I was just tired of it. I was like, I'm not dealing with this. It was dragging me down. It was draining all my energy. It just wasn't worth it. Like, the amount of thing that I liked her before, the amount of actually, like, me liking her before, it actually died down. I didn't like her as much as I used to, because of actually getting to get to know her. She actually became a very ugly person to me. Not saying that she was ugly, it's just her personality. It's that type of thing. Like, it was just like her personality is what made her unattractive, and I just was over it. So that's why I broke up with her. And yeah, at first I didn't know why I did, or the method to my madness of breaking up with her, and I did go through a period of time where I hated everything that had to do with her, and I would cry, and I would scream, why did I break up with her? And then I realized why I did later, and I'm stronger from it, except for the fact that she decided, it was 3 weeks ago, even though she doesn't live in Pennsylvania, I didn't know if she was in PA, let alone State College, she decides to come walking into Taco Bell and decides she's going to come in with her girlfriend at the time, I guess. Whatever. My one friend's friend, I'm not really talking to my friend now. That's a long story. But she came walking with this girl thinking she's going to make me jealous or whatever, and I didn't like it. I was like, one, that's ugly, and two, if you were going to try to make me jealous, at least make sure she's pretty. Like, this girl was not pretty. Like, everybody at work was joking and saying, like, you're so beautiful and your body's so ripped, you're so hot. Like, damn, she downgraded. Like, seriously, she downgraded. And I'm like, guys, I'm like not typically a mean person, but like that didn't make me jealous. It made me annoyed because you had to come into Taco Bell. There's like 2 Taco Bells in State College. You couldn't go to the one downtown. You had to deliberately go to the one I work at, and you had to sit there and pretend to look at the menu while staring at me the entire time, which made it awkward as crap. Yeah, all it did was annoy me. It's a good thing she hasn't come back in, but I just don't understand. Like, I don't know if she wants to talk to me or if she just is interested in being a jerk. Who knows? Either way, I have nothing to say to her. I said everything I had to say when I broke up with her. Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the ending of, that's all I have to say about my first girlfriend. Yeah. So, I think I'm going to talk about different types of lesbians that I like, or that I don't, what I think about the different, things. Alright. Well, thanks for putting up with me, I guess. And, yeah. Some crazy stuff. Peace.